is only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. We're doing a battle report with Deathwatch today. So this is game 4, going into Deathwatch. I couldn't wait for this video because this was the hardest game of the entire tournament. Going against Mark Hurdle, which is the best Deathwatch player in the world. Just first time we've ever played together. One of Joe's regrets that weekend from War Games Live was he didn't put us on stream, and we both said we'll both go on stream, which was hilarious. So we both wanted to play on stream because the first time we were playing, we were both like high names in the area, and it would have been just an epic show. So I can't wait to talk about it. I wanted to get him on, but our schedules just didn't match up. So he might come on later on, maybe talk about Deathwatch or new models, stuff like that. But awesome dude. His name's Gator. That's what they call him in the scene. But yeah, this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know about the Deathwatch army he's been running. I think he won LVO like a year or two ago with the triple lane raider Deathwatch. He's a really good player. But yeah, we're going to go over what we did good, what we could have done better. Clock management was definitely a thing in this game. And then we'll get into everything that we learned from it. So let's go over the video and quick shout out to the sponsors. And then we'll go into game 4, game 5. Damn. And just a quick shout out. These are all new updated designs. In the description below, click on the link. It's the Printify shop. You can basically pick any of these on a t-shirt. They're legit. T-shirts are great. And also there's 2 new designs coming up. I think it's going to be Grey Knights, Crow, and Lion. Updated Lion's on there, and Fabius Bile. Fabius Bile's up there as well. So those are up there. So go check that out. Macari's sick. All right, so let's get into the quick merch or quick sponsor, and then we'll get into the video. All right, guys, thanks for clicking on the video. If you guys want to support the channel, stay tuned towards the end of the video where we'll go over all of this stuff, as well as any of the links in the description below for laser lines, shirts, and gear is in all the description. So stay tuned towards the end and enjoy the video. All right, and that's the Chad who won the whole event, Cole. He was running Space Marines, and he placed first. We were rooming together. It was me, him, and Phil. He placed first. I placed second, and we were like feeding each other the cake. But yeah, that was just the last picture of the night, just going over everybody at the table. And Jack is across from him. If I don't mention him, he'll cry. So Jack is across from us as well. So yeah, let's get into his list. Standard, I think. He built this this is the Deathwatch list, but he's got 2 5-man unit of Terminators that can basically 2 units basically can uppy downy every turn. He's got a unit of the Go F your this is the kill team unit, so 10-man kill team with a fight first. Bunch of Demon Hammers. He's got a 5-man kill team with the free strat character, another 5-man kill team. Intercessors, I think, on the back, just to make it, just to hold the backfield. He's got the Combi Lieutenant. He's got a Rhino. He's got the big FU unit that can just uppy downy and not being led by anybody, I believe. And then the other big FU unit being led by the guy that has half damage and just super hard to kill. And then he's got a Land Speeder, which has the either, I think, +1 AP on this one. But yeah, that's the list. It's super quick, super agile, super mobile, and hits hard as fuck. These units right here scare the shit out of me. I played Deathwatch before, and going into Deathwatch, they can one-shot your bike units or your copter units or your Gretchen unit or Gaz unit. So they can basically one-shot any 20-man unit that you have. So being careful and trying to screening them is really the only way that you're going to be able to beat Deathwatch. So that's why this game was so crazy, because I had the tools to beat it if we were playing like a normal mission. But yeah, this mission was not a normal mission. So of course I get a fucking hard-ass mission with this, which is supply drop. So supply drop is you're only getting points in no man's land. One of these 3 go away on turn 4, and then one of them go away on turn 5. And then the center, if you hold it on turn 5, you get 15. So going first in this mission is almost impossible. Another reason why we have to talk about this game, because I went first. But yeah, we set up basically, it's layout 1. So we luckily got layout. I luckily got layout 1. Layout 6, I would have just got blown off the table. I think layout 6 is one of the worst fucking missions layouts I've ever played. So we got layout 1, luckily. And we put Gaz in reserves, because if I put Gaz on the table, he just gets picked off by the uppy downy. Like, he'll just get a weird angle on one model in that unit and just take that whole unit off the table. Zod is a little bit different. He can hide a little bit on layout 1, but you want to be careful with him because, again, he can just go after Zod's unit and just take out all the Gretchen as soon as possible. So for layout 1, I don't know the deployment. This is after turn 1. Yeah, so this was such an intense game between me and him. Like, not intense, but it was intense. And I'll explain to you what we did, how to handle it, stuff like that. So if you don't know Mark is a very, very analytical, strategic, everything precise, no take back player. So that's kind of how we had to play the game the whole way. So anytime something came up, and like if one of us gave a take back, the other person gave a take back. If one of us didn't give a take back, then you can't give a take back. So that's kind of like how the game progressed, especially towards the end, because we were playing clock and we had to deploy on clock. I was like, hey, do you mind if we deploy off clock? Because I hate fucking deploying on clock. And he's like, no, we deploy on clock. So then that was the first thing where, like, all right, we have to deploy on clock. So everything has to be clock, and the clock is 100%. Like that, we are playing clock game. And at the end of the game, it came down to clock. So again, that's why I don't like deploying on clock. I like to just both deploy, have equal amount of time, whatever the time round is, that's where we deploy. So yeah, the deployment, I believe, was stepping stone. So I think it's like the 12 inches up here, and then this way. I think... Or it might have been diagonal. Yeah, it might have been diagonal because it looks like these guys... No, they moved up. Sorry. It's the stepping stone. So they basically is 20 inches up, down this way, and then 12 inches up that way. That's the deployment. Same thing with him. He's got like 20 inches up to here, down to here, and then that way. So that's his deployment, is he deployed 1 Terminator in reserves, and the speed bike in reserves. For us, we put 20-man Ork boys with Gaz in reserves, and I believe 2 Copter units in reserves. Because again, there's just no room that he can just uppy down. So I need his guys to come down, and I need to focus fire everything into that one unit to try and kill it. That is the game plan going into Deathwatch, is kill those big units as soon as possible and try and steal primary. But in this matchup, it's really hard to steal primary because of the mission. So that's why it was such a tough game. My list isn't built for this fucking mission. All right, so our deployment, we deployed our bikes down here because they are going to be able to steal this pretty easily because they can auto advance 18, get up there, and go do whatever. Copter's back here. Flash gets right here. Uppy Downy Trike back here. Gretchen. I have commandos, and then commandos started right here. And then a unit of bikes, 2 unit of bikes, and that's my 3rd unit of bikes. Zod right there, and then that's it. So turn 1, we get marked for death and recover assets. So cool, good start for turn 1. Our marked for death, I don't know if there's anybody that we really could have killed turn 1. So I think marked for death, I picked, like, he picked some of his guys, and then I picked one of his big units for the uppy downy. So that way, if he does choose to uppy downy him, I'll guarantee getting the 2, which is what happened. So I picked like one of these big 10-man units, probably the one with the character. So that way, if he uppy downies him, then he's giving me 2 points. So he does it automatically because his other units was going to give me 5 next turn anyway. So he's like, all right, I'll give you the 2 instead of the 5 because you're probably going to go after the one that has the 5. Which, again, Mark is a very, very smart player and understands points. Like 3 points could make or break the game, which this game would have. So I get 2 for Marks for Death turn 1, and then recover assets. I actually picked up Boss Snikra, which I don't know if this was like the best play, but he's down here. He probably could have been a little bit further like this way. So that way I really can't be shot by a lot of guys. So I think if he's like all the way in this corner maybe, or like a little bit further this way, that might have been helped. But I got 5 points. So that actually got me an extra 2 points, which, again, every point in this game, pay attention. Those extra 2 points essentially drew the game, which is crazy. So those 3 points and those 2 points drew the game. And then these guys moved up because, again, I have to keep his uppy downy turn 1 in mind. So these guys essentially just ran forward. So I ran forward, I blocked out 9, I gave him a little bubble kind of like right there where he can drop his Terminators down, but if he puts 5-mana Terminators there, I don't care. They're not going to be able to like one-shot all of this stuff. So we were measuring it out, and I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead, put your 5-mana Terminators there, I don't care. I'd rather them there than over here to like charge my guys against the wall and kill them. So I kind of gave him that up there. But yeah, we measured out, we screened out literally everything that we could on turn 1. I'll draw a little thing for you guys because this is important. Going into Deathwatch, screening turn 1 is so important. So he's got this little spot right there, but essentially we screened out 9 inches from here, 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 right? And then here, it's like here. So that essentially is what we screened out. Can't deep strike anywhere there turn 1, which is good. He can only deep strike like in this. Oh, and I like right here. So I got like this right here. So he can essentially only deep strike here or there, which is good angles because then like he can't shoot this way. He can shoot this way, but it's pretty far. And then he can shoot this way. So like those are his angles that he has to choose. So he probably goes for this one. To just put a big thing right there, try and kill some bikes, and that's essentially what he does. So that was the end of our turn 1. This is where he ends up turn 1. So he picks up the big 10-man, gives me that 2 points. The Terminators get picked up as well. These guys move out to get the charge from the Rhino. So they get out of the Rhino, and then they go to make that charge on the Commandos. These guys advanced out this way. He rolled a 6, of course. So then I reactive move these guys to basically be as far away as I could. I think it is like an 8 to make that charge. So I reactive move back, which I think if I would have, I think that was the most I could have done. Because I want to set up a counter charge. So if he does charge there, I can counter charge with either Zod's unit or this guy's unit. And I think if I counter charge with Zod's unit, he puts as many as he can into Zod's unit, which is the right play. But also if I counter charge with Zod's unit, I think I could have like swung over this way and try to get this. But I think they're all 2OC, which is what's so hard because I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would need 5 Gretchen, 6 Gretchen on this point to stop him. And then same thing over here. He's got 5, 10 OPSEC, 11 OPSEC. So I would need like 6 Gretchen over there to get that. So luckily, he tries to make that charge, fails it, re-rolls it, fails it. But these guys do make the charge here, kill all the Commandos. And then over here, he puts Oath on the bikes and just fucking murders and shoots everything into the bikes. I think I spend 1 CP for the 5-up influence save. So I try and at least save as many bikes as I possibly can. So 1, 2, 3, he kills 3 bikes and leaves this guy on 1 wound, which is lucky. Like rolling 5s and him not rolling as hot, those bikes actually lived. So now I have an option. I have Coptas here that can shoot them. I have Flash Gits that can shoot them. I have these guys that can move up and shoot them in charge. I have a bunch of Copters that are about to come down. So this is the target right now for the Deathwatch. The other one is back here. Now this back here, I also have to think about you can't go back up into reserves if they're in combat. So Zod's unit now is sole focus is to basically charge forward. Now again, the mission we're playing, I can't steal primary like from the home field. I can't get primary from the home field. So if we're playing a normal mission like search and destroy or take and hold or something like that, I think I have this game because I would keep all the objectives on the table. I would hold the objectives most of the game and steal objectives most of the game. So that is what my list is around. So him getting this mission against me, fucking perfect for him and going second, which is great. So Zod's whole goal now is to basically yeet forward and tag this unit up here. Because now that keeps another big ass unit on the table that I don't have to fear for at least 1 to 2 turns. This one we're going to focus down. So if I could focus down this unit, tag up this unit, that is my game plan going into turn 2. All right. So his turn 1, he gets marked for death as well, and assassinate, which he does kill this down here because he puts all the flamers 12 inches away from him. Ball Snickrot. Kills Ball Snickrot, gets the assassinate. Of course, he gets a fucking assassinate turn 1, right? So kills, assassinate, kills that guy, and then gets marked for death because he picked him as well. So yeah, nuts. So turn 2, I get 5 because he failed that charge, so I held that one objective up there. I don't think I could have countered this way, and I didn't want to counter because then I couldn't charge. I can't fall back and charge, so I have to stay out of combat and charge going this way. So that's probably why the Gretchen didn't charge. So yeah, turn 2. This is where we ended up. So my turn 2, I get overwhelming force and no prisoners. Perfect. I'm like, all right, it's time to kill shit. So one bike unit moves up this way. The other bike unit moves up this way. The copters come down here. The other copters come down here. The uppy downy guy comes down this way. And then like I said, I yeeted Zod fucking super far this way, move up, charge, and Zod going into this unit should easily kill this unit. I failed to kill this unit. So for overwhelming force, I failed to kill this unit. There's 2 guys left. I did tag this unit. So one of the Gretchen piled in, consolidate, tag this unit. And now he's able to like kind of pile in 3 and trying to get like a couple guys, not a ton, but get a couple guys. I did well this turn. Get a couple guys into me. I killed this unit, but they weren't on the point. And this guy lived. I didn't kill this unit. So the fucking bikes on wall didn't kill this unit. So one guy lived there. And then down here, I did kill the unit on the objective, but obviously the character lived because he's a fucking tank. He lives on 4 wounds, I think. The Terminators were moved up and charged by the bikes, which was a dumb idea, or the Coptas, so that was a really dumb idea. I shouldn't have done that. So he's in combat with the Coptas. One Copta left because he killed all the other ones. And then the Flash Gits. So Flash Gits should have just stayed back, shot, and kind of like did that, and then just let him uppy down if he wanted to. These guys, everything went into these guys. So it took literally all of these guys, and everything just to blow up that unit as much as possible. And then we stole this point. So we gave him a 0 on turn 2, which is good. So he rapided these guys. So these guys rapided down here, which now they have an option to either come down this way or go that way. So this right here was good because I couldn't really get any angles onto him, but I really needed to focus down this unit. So this unit can now just go out and clear some boys off and stuff like that. But this was the game plan. This was the goal. So we hit that. But think about overwhelming force. I could have got 5, which would have won me the game. So if I killed this one guy, that would have won me the game. Or if I would have killed these guys, it would have won me the game. So fucking stupid that these guys didn't die to a full Zod brick. And then the full bike unit couldn't kill 5 Marines. So bad. So bad. But hey, that's dice. It's a dice game. It's a dice game. It's a dice game, right? So yeah, that was bad. So that could have won me the game for the extra 2 points there. And then going into turn 2, he gets behind enemy lines, which he can't get because we have pretty much most of it screened still. And a lot of his units are tied up in combat. He still has 5-man Terminators and the vehicle in Deep Strike. So he gets behind enemy lines and storm hostile objective, which is going to be super easy because he has that 10-man kill team right there. But this is the end of... Oh, this is what came up here. So he was actually attacking. He was attacking my guys right here, right? So I had to take a picture of this because I'd explained it. So I put the wounds that he was attacking into the knob, just not thinking about coherency. I could have taken like this guy off or that guy or even the guy on the end, right? I could have taken one of them off. But instead, I put the wounds on the knob, which again didn't really matter because it would have taken 2 wounds to kill either a bike or a knob, like either one, right? So instead, I take the knob, not thinking about it. Then I see that I'm out of coherency. He's like, "Oh, you're out of coherency." I was like, "Oh shit, do you mind if I take this guy instead?" Most of the time, it'd be like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." But instead, I took the other guy. I put the wounds on the other guy. I took the other guy off the thing. So he's out of coherency. So he has to die. So he got a free bike by me not realizing the coherency, which again, us being pro players, we should 100% know that. So again, not arguing, I agree with him. You're right. If I allocate to there and I take him out, then he dies of coherency. So I lost a bike for nothing. Like just not thinking, lost bike coherency. So keep that in mind. He's kept it strict right there. So for the rest of the game, that's the game that we're playing, right? So the rest of the game, keeping it strict, no takebacks, whatever. So that's basically where it started. He then moves the guys up. This guy fucking murdered 3 bikes during the wall, so kills like a ton of dudes. Once he kills somebody, he gets like extra attack, strength, AP. Like he goes ham. He goes the Kamehameha route. And then he killed all the Coptas over here. And then that was my turn. So pretty good turn 2. Killed a big brick, tied up the other brick, good to go. Now he moves up and starts charging. So I have to rapid Gaz. So I rapid Gaz down here. I don't know if it would have been better to rapid here because this was going away on turn 5. So if I rapid Gaz this way, he then probably could have moved up, charged, and maybe taken out like this 10-man unit easier. And then the Terminators, and then stolen this primary down here. But up here, this guy finished off the bikes pretty easily. No, I think the bikes came down this way. So these guys killed the bikes easily. Like the 10-man moved up, killed all the bikes. Wasn't even a question. Took this objective, which was Stormhouse objective. And then the Terminators down here came down and murdered these Coptas like pretty easily. I was shocked by that. So 5 Terminators came down, killed 4 Coptas like easily. The Combi Lieutenant ran forward, I guess to like screen out this side. These guys did murder Zod's unit pretty easily once they got everybody into combat. He could only get like 4 or 5 guys into combat the first time. And then this time he can basically get everybody into combat. So now he has got like 30 attacks or something going into 1 wound Gretchen. So it's not looking good. He's basically whittling down all my big units. But I do have Gaz on the table right now. So Gaz on the table, I want to basically use this guy as essentially a slingshot. So when he rapided here 9 inches away, I'm basically going to move up 6 and then try and charge this guy so that way these guys can slingshot and steal this point. So again, I think the better play would have been have Gaz come down here for the rapid. Yeah, I think that would have been the way better play. So that was probably the game-losing play that I made down here. Because all I had was like this guy up here, which the bikes could have like maybe moved up, grenade and finished this guy off. Or the commandos could have moved up, thrown their bomb squig, thrown a grenade, and then finished that guy off. So the commandos probably could have just moved up here and finished that guy. Or the jet could have like moved up and came back this way. I don't know. But yeah, so these guys on my turn. Oh, so I do the 6-up sustain or whatever, sustain 2 on the Coptas. So I put all the Coptas into these guys. He gets cover from like 4 or 5 guys, and he rolls like, I think it was like 16. He rolled like 14 out of 16 4-up saves. I was like AP2. You know, he's got a save or cover save, so 3 up to a 4-up. So the 10-man, which was great because I wounded him like fucking 20 sometimes. He makes 14 out of 16 4-up saves. Like, what the hell, man? So again, it's a dice game. You can't get angry about it. You just have to kind of keep playing. So this unit should have died, but it didn't. So now I'm like, fuck, now what do I do? Gaz unit does charge slingshot, and then he's going to basically be able to pile in this way and steal this objective. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 1, 2, 3, or he's got 3 or 4 guys, maybe one OC each. But I do happen to steal this objective, and I stop his primary again. So the Coptas move up here. They don't charge. They basically just move up, put OC on this point. So I steal this point. I steal this point, and then I had that point on my turn 3. So I had 5, 5. He had 0, 0. So that at least is working for me. But this unit now is free. So this unit can now uppy downy and go where the fuck they want. Same with this unit. The 2 Coptas move over, charge this guy, don't do anything to him. I think I shoot him. I shoot these guys, kill 1, and then charge here and don't do anything. So yeah, it's not looking good at this point. At this point, he's got 16 minutes. I got 16 minutes on the clock. So we're pretty close on time. This is going into turn bottom 3. Yeah, so this is going into bottom 3. He's at 16 minutes. So clock is getting close. So I essentially have to talk the rest of this out now because this was so intense at the last 2 turns that essentially, yeah, let's just get into it. So This one went away on turn 4. So top of 4, this goes away. So there's no point of staying near this objective. He uppies downies the big unit. Uppie downies. Let me go back to the screen. Uppie downies, I think, over to here. And just puts everything into these guys. Terminator, same thing. They uppie downy and then put everything into these guys. So he kills all of my boys. The Terminators and these guys kill all of the Coptas. I think Gaz kills most of this 10-man squad. Gaz lives with his invulns. Luckily, somehow, I was able to get this primary on turn 5. So what happened on turn 4 is Gaz killed a bunch of these guys that was on the point. I think I had like 3 boys left with mccauley, and the Gretchen ran from back here. They just kind of kept moving up to try and get to here turn 5 because I really needed those 15 points. So the Gretchen back here ran turn 4, and then on turn 5 moved up, charged, consolidated, got on the point. It was just like, who cares? Just throw bodies on the point and just like trying to go from there. He's got bottom of the turn, so he's almost always going to get 15, which is why I hate this mission so much. So all he has left is Gaz's unit. Killed, I guess, this unit first. So they probably, instead of going after the bikes or the Coptas, they probably went after Gaz's unit. So charging the Gaz unit, Gaz swept 2 damage, killed a ton of them. There was like nobody left but the Judicar. The Terminators are still alive. They're still kicking. The other Terminators were down there. They uppie downy came down there, shot Gaz's unit this way. But these guys just moved up. I don't think they uppie down. I think they just moved up. They shot these guys, and then they go to charge. And when they charged, after on turn 5, bottom 4, they charged in, and then I killed a bunch of them. So on turn 5, this is top of 5, I had 1, 2, 3, 4 Gretchen on the point with Gaz. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 OC. He had 3, 4, 5, 6. So he had 9 OC. So I had 12 OC because I auto passed the Gretchen just to guarantee the OC on the point. So if I didn't auto pass the Gretchen, I would have not had primary on turn 5 because this goes away on turn 5. So all I have is this. So I get 15 on turn 5, which my secondaries are only behind enemy lines, which I can't get. Defend Stronghold, which I can't get because it wasn't sticky. And then Assassinate, I don't, there's no characters. I can't get to this guy and this guy. So his turn 5, he basically clocks. So he has like, I don't know, like 30 seconds left or something. So at this point, like we look at the clock, or we look at the time, he's got whatchamacallit, 30 seconds left. So he looks at the score. He like we shake hands, like call it. He doesn't think that we can get it. Shake hands, I hug it out, and then we just kind of like go over. And then the clock, I think, is on my time at this point. And then he looks at the score and goes like, "Well, why don't we just play it out?" I'm like, "All right, dude, let's just play it out." So we play it out. He like pulls up his secondaries in 30 seconds. He does all this again. Pro player, Mark Riddle, one of the best players in the world. I think top 10 ELO. Pulls up his missions. He gets recover assets and extend battle lines or something. I don't know exactly what the missions, but he got 2 points on turn 5 or whatever. So he gets 15 on primary, and then one of these 2 he gets those. So all he has to do to try and get primary, he has to kill the Gretchen, which if he moves up his Terminators, doesn't shoot, just charges, right? He's rolling dice super quick. The judges are all like standing here watching, which is just funny. Moves up his Terminators, roll the charges. Once you roll the hits, you essentially have to roll the wounds, even though you clock. So he like gets his secondaries, moves up his Terminators, charges, rolls the dice, charges in, rolls the attacks. He's at like 3 seconds left. Boom, clocks. And then on the damage, he obviously kills the fucking Gretchen. So after the Gretchen die, all I have left is Gaz. So after he tables me, all I have left is fucking Gaz, which is crazy, guys. Like, look at this end game. He's got three guys, character, rhino, transport. He's got a lot more, but again, there's so much died. Like, the kill tally was insane this game. But yeah, at the end of the game, he kills the Gretchen. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to my 4. So he obviously gets primary on turn 5, which is 15 points. 2 points at the end. We tie. I'm like, bro, what the fuck did we do? Like, I've never tied before. So we're like looking at the score, making sure everything's right, going through everything. And then again, we hug it out again, and just like, he apologizes for like the rushing and the sloppiness and like stuff like that. But again, it wasn't sloppy because it's Mark Hurdle. Nothing he does is sloppy. Everything is like precise. Like, his sloppiness, right, is other people's best games, which is cool. He was one of the strongest opponents I've played this year so far, and it was such a good game. If we're playing any other mission, I think I have it. Or again, it's tough, but I think it's going to be closer than the way this was. 60-60 tie is such a good game. That means we still both got pretty good secondary scores and pretty good primary scores. So if you look at our primary, I had 25 out of 50. Let me pull up the score. 25 out of 50. He had 23 out of 50, and then 27 out of 40. I had 25 out of 40. So just insane. It really came down to, I had these two primaries. He had 8 on turn 4, which won in the game. If my Gaz comes down this way, I think it's a different game. And then if he has his guys back here that got tagged by fucking Gretchen, if they were just 6 inches back, right? These guys don't get tagged. They get picked up, brought down somewhere else, and then murdered. So what tied the game for me was tagging these guys. What tied the game for him was probably making all these fucking saves. Yeah, again, he played it really well because everything that he had to kill, he killed. Like, he killed all the bikes as soon as possible. I threw away bikes pretty early to this for no fucking reason. And then me not getting one of these kills, this one or this one, on turn 2, definitely won him the game or lost me the game there. Which again, it's dice. You can't complain about dice. But again, really good game. I think the only thing different he would have done was just put these guys back like 3 inches, and then they wouldn't have been tagged, and then that would have been it. But everything else was played perfectly. And then I don't know if there was like a thing where that came up with that bike thing. So there was probably like a question that he asked, and then I was just like, I just pointed to the bikes. He's like, nope, you're right. And then we just kept going. So like, if that happens to you guys, make sure that you agree. Like, again, it's the rules. So you have to play the rules the way the rules are played. And if that happens, just make sure that you are playing that way. It's still a friendly game. Like, we both had a great game, fun game, but make sure that everything that happens moving forward is that same way. If they give you that take back, well, then you give them the take back, right? It make sure it's equal in both parts. If they don't give you a take back, well, again, it's not hostile, it's the game. So you're not going to be hostile to the opponent. You're not going to be like, hey, fuck you. It's more like, okay, no worries. And then if there's something that happens that they do, just be like, hey, don't worry. You didn't let me take the bike back, so I'm sorry. We're just going to keep playing the way this is, right? Gentlemen, like how you're going to be playing. So that's how you're going to be playing the rest of the game. But again, it doesn't have to be an unfriendly game or a not fun game, right? There are times where you have like the guys that just try and pull gotchas or are super strict, but then they want takebacks or super lackadaisical. Like, make sure you guys are both equal, both agreeing on both parts, talking stuff out, and having a fun game. And that's how Mark was. So Mark wanted to play a very strict, clean game, which is what we ended up playing, a very strict, clean game, even when it came to clock. So, yeah, again, fun game, awesome game. I'm glad I was able to share it with you guys and take pictures. Sadly, we couldn't get it up on the stream with Joe. But all in all, it was great because I finally got to play Mark. I've seen him for years at all the GTs and finally got to play him. So now that I play him next, I know how he is. I know how we're going to play, and the game's going to be a really cool, good, precise game, which is how Mark plays, which I like to play that same way. So That's what widgets are for, guys. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you liked, didn't like, how we can improve on the channel, what we could do, you know, in the next battle reports coming up. The last game, guys, is going to be into TJ with his amazing looking Thousand Sons, which is his main army. He's been playing it for years. One of the, if not the best Thousand Sons player in the world. But look at his Magnus. This is insane. He repainted this guy. I was like, does this guy look different? He's like, yeah, I fucking took all of his armor off, took away his nipple things, and just repainted him. I was like, that is sick. So yeah, this game's going to be awesome. Yeah, that's game 6, guys. Let me know again. If you guys want to check out the new merch, go check that out. That's in the description below. If you guys want the coaching in your corner, especially going into 11th edition, check out Patreon. Message me on Discord so that way we can talk one-on-one. And that way we can get you better at the game going into 11th edition and all through 11th edition. So guys, appreciate it. Good luck. And we'll see you in game 6 of this GT. All right, guys, thanks for sticking towards the end of the video. If you guys want to support the channel, all the links in the description below, which we'll go over. But these right here, we have 3D prints of Cypher, Tech Priest, Phobo Libby, Combi Libby, Lieutenant, Calidus, Codiez, and the Lord of Contagion. All those are up for sale. Message me on Discord. All these widgets, the 6-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch, they pop out. Those are up for sale. The 9-inch widget, the 1 CP token, where you guys can keep track of the CP every single game. The token markers for Chaos and Grey Knights, they're poker chips. Those are really good for sticky objectives. And then also the wound gauges and the fuck you and fuck me tokens are up for sale as well. And we have a new sponsor, Snot Goblin Terrain. They are really, really cool. What's great about them is you can customize them for any layout. So if you run a Games Workshop layout, or if you run WTC layout, you can run it that way. And the best part, it's super hard plastic, not going to break on you. And also it's all fully painted. So check on the link below if you guys want to check these guys out. We use them in our streams and they look super awesome on the stream, but it's really good to travel into all your stores and bring them with you. So check those guys out. Then we still have 3D6 Wargaming, where if you guys want some custom templates, you guys can click on these. And then our new and improved Rexar lasers, laser lights with the Dirtbag logo on them. These guys are at a lot of local GTs, especially in the Texas area, but these lines are, or these lasers are rechargeable. So definitely be picking this up. I'm going to be getting sent one of these so I can show you guys on the live stream and stuff like this. But you guys get the Dirtbags and the lasers rechargeable, so highly recommend the Rexar lasers in the description below. Look at this. Look at that line. It is so good. And it's rechargeable. At the top, it's got the USB. Just plug it right in. Good to go. This shit is legit. And lastly, guys, the merch store. This I love seeing at GTs. When you see it across the room, you see your own logo, which is so cool. It's the red, white, and blue. We have the hats as well. They're all flex fit with the Dirtbags logo on the back. I just love wearing backwards hats. But all of these are available in the Printify shop. It's print to order, so you can get all these shirts, different sizes, different colors. We also have the old school stuff. We have the Nurgling. We have mugs, which you can fit your entire hand in, and some of the Grey Knight logos as well. So let me know what I'm missing. You can message me on Discord, but stay tuned. If you guys are interested in the Patreon, that'll come up last. So appreciate it, guys, and let's keep it going. What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I had traveled a ton and I played my ass off in 40k. Right now we're ranked #1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked #1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new Codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner, just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord, and also I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get.
If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another grandmaster or another dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get. If you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setup that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons, you guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. We really want to get a bigger studio going. That is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.